Hey, what's up, guys? It's Boomy here. I am running about almost 15 minutes late. I'm sorry, but you know how it is when somebody calls you and wants to hear about the business. So that three-way did take priority. But okay, guys, so I'm here and we are talking Laura Life and its merge into Be Epic, as well as some other things that you might want to know. So, what I'm going to do, I've got a piece of paper here so I can take down some notes of things I want to remember to share with you. But I am just going to um, tell you like the story and what I know as far as the merge and how things went down and how we are proceeding now. Most of you know just about everything I'm going to share. Um, and you certainly know everything that needs to be known in order to move forward and start continuing to build your business. But let's talk, and I want to see if I can see the comments because I want to be able to answer questions as we go along. So do me a favor. I want you to post something right now in the comments so I can see if I can see your comment. So if you're watching, go ahead and leave a comment. And then that way I can see if I can actually see your comment. Let's see. Oh, all right. I'm looking here in this Facebook group, and it doesn't look like in the Facebook group that I can see your comment. So, what I'm going to need you to do, ask your viewers to visit streamyard.com/Facebook. So that way, StreamYard is going to ask you access for your Facebook name and your picture. If you accept, then I will be able to see your information. Okay. All right. All right. Dawn is here. Hey, Dawn. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So, Dawn, you know all this, but it's good for you still to be here. So, some couple short months ago, and somebody asked, "Hi, will the company change names?" The company has already changed names, and the person who asked that, I don't know your name because it's just showing me Facebook user. But if you go to streamyard.com/Facebook, then you can give StreamYard the rights to show your name so I can know who I'm talking to. So we have been hearing that Lurralife was going to merge with Be Epic. And there had been some calls in reference to the merger. One call I remember many of you were on, and Dan Putnam was on, and that's the call where you got excited about the gas tabs. Remember that? And you all were like, oh, we're going to have access to the gas tabs. We're going to have access to the gas tabs. Win, win, win. Well, hopefully, since you have access to the gas tabs now, that you were actually selling them because you all were really excited about that. But before we actually merged, um, we just knew that was something that was coming. We didn't know when it was going to come. And we were told in the beginning it would be like, okay, so there'll still be a Lurralife, there will be a Be Epic, but we'll kind of like partner together and be able to share products or whatever. And what actually happened is, hey, Joni, go ahead and put your question down there. What actually happened, it feels like we woke up one day and they're like, oh, we're merging tomorrow. And then next thing you know, yeah, it's just going to be one company, all Be Epic. And we were like, wait a minute, but you told all these people, and is the people in South Africa, because they were more in tune to the company and building more and bigger than even the US people. So they had a specific expectation of how things were going to be done. So they were kind of shocked, and Be Epic affected them a little bit more just because of the competition in the country than it ever affected anybody in the United States. So the United States, like, just to keep rolling. The South Africa has more challenges to get through in the merge. But anyway, so yep, it was just like thrust upon us one day and like, oh my gosh, okay. And so for those of you who haven't done this yet, I said many times in this group, we set it on videos and Zooms. You had to go to your old Lurralife site, which would be your username.lauraglobal.com. Up will pop the Bepic website. You will have a new username, which with an LL in front of your old username. So if my username was Sam, my new username would be LL Sam. So then you would put in, now you have to create a your Bepic site. So if you all haven't done this, you got to do this. So now you put in your username, LL Sam, okay, LL in front of your username. Then the password that you needed, everybody for the first time logging in, their password is Bepic Laura, all lowercase. Oh, BEPIC LURRA. So everybody, the first time when you're logging on is Bepic Laura. Now, if you haven't purchased a product within 6 months, you don't have a site anymore because you've been purged out of the system. If you've done no business within 6 months, the system's like, oh, they don't really want to be here anyway. We gave them 6 months. Bye. So you don't have well, you got to sign up all over again if it's been 6 months since you ordered. But everybody who has ordered within 6 months should have their username still be good. Okay. So once you put in Bepic Laura, then you have to create a new password to allow you in. You create a new password, and then there's something called a 2FA, two-factor authentication. You got to go to your email, the email that's attached to your old Lurralife site, and whatever email you use is going to give you a code. When you put in that code allows you to enter into the site. Okay. So right now, Bepic has it set up where every time that you log into your Bepic site, every time it was making us do the 2FA code. It got quite annoying. It was very annoying for the people in South Africa who a lot of them didn't even know how to get into their email. So there may be like an upline who was helping to control the back office, and then they had to get a person in their house, a younger person, to help them get into the email, and it was just like a nightmare. But here in the U.S., it wasn't that big of a deal. For South Africa, it's a nightmare. But guess what we did? We found a way to take off the two-factor authenticator. I posted it in the group for you. So those of you who are saying, hey, I haven't been kept in tune, because you're not keeping in tune, because everything that we need to share basically has been in the group somewhere. So I posted screenshots here for you to see. So you go to like your my profile, then you go to settings, you click on security, then you click on disable two-factor 2FA, then they make you put in your password, then you gotta, for the last time, go back to your email, get your 2FA code, come back, put it in, and bam, it's disabled. So it's really not it's not hard to do at all, but it makes life easier because we didn't have 2FA codes in Lurralife, but Bepic has them. Okay. Joni, make sure you post your question so I can answer your question. And for the person that says, hi, will the company name change? The company named Lurralife is gone. It's no longer here. We've merged into Bepic. So I don't know how to answer that question. There is no more Lurralife as far as an opportunity. There's still the branding of the product. So when you get your drink to shrink tea, when you get your O2 drops, when you get your whatever, your Laura Greens, it'll still say Lurralife on the packaging. Okay. But as far as the opportunity, it is now Bepic. And Dawn says her 2FA is disabled. Yay. So is Cassandra. So is mine. So disable the 2FA. If you want to, just makes life easier. So once your Bepic website is set up, then you have to make sure that you go in and set up your shipping profile, your billing profile, your new withdrawal profile, and your auto ship. You got to get all of that set up. It really doesn't take long. It's just like putting in your address. Bam, this is my new shipping profile. Put in your for your billing profile, you got to put your social security card, social security number has to be in your profile and save that. You've got to sign up for GPG. GPG is the payment gateway, which allows you to get your money put into your actual bank account. So you want to set up your GPG if you plan on making money and want to be able to withdraw it. Then your billing profile, that would be putting your credit card on file and decide what you want for auto ship. Now, when you log in, it's going to say that you are inactive. So placing an order makes you active. Now, here's something that's going on. I don't know how to get around this, and it's not happening for everyone. If you had an active order in Lurralife and you were purchasing every month, it shouldn't make you pay $19.95 to sign up with Bepic. If it does, and you pay that, then you need to email Bepic, and they said they will put the $19.95 back, give it back to you. Okay. So you need to place an order so that you're active. An order of any size makes you active. But remember how you were doing the green packs before with Lurralife? So now I think there's a called lifestyle packs or something like that. But if you want to still be on that, that's an order of 70 CV. Okay. It's an order of 70 CV or more. So let's see. Okay, so I told you all about setting up those profiles. So get in there, set that up, get yourself on auto ship, place your order. Now let me tell you some things. Some of this was a real, in my opinion, was a fiasco. Like it was not well planned out, well thought out. It just wasn't. When you are merging a whole company into another company, don't you think that would take a lot of foresight and advanced planning? You would think. But it doesn't seem like much of that was done. Not at all. But again, it affects South Africa more than it affects our team in the US just because they were just so much more involved, doing more business, bringing in more people, and all of that. But let me see. So there may be instances, I have seen instances where someone actually ordered within the last couple of months from Lurralife, but they still weren't merged over yet. I've seen, not yet, they weren't merged over, so the person had to re-sign up. I've seen some instances where maybe the placement of the downline was incorrect, and these are just things. So the bottom line is this: that's a lot of information that had to be merged over. It all didn't get merged over correctly. So if there's anything that you come up against, email help@bepic.com. Help@bepic, BEPIC.com. Now, Bepic support, they're not well versed in all of our products and things that we have. So there may be instances where you ask them something about O2 immune and they're thinking you're talking about O2 drops, and it's like, no, we had O2 immune. So I'm just saying, just things you're gonna have to work through. As it's like, I feel like this is like, there's been a marriage, right? You're getting married, you already have kids, the other person has kids, and now like your kids are being adopted into the family and they're like step kids, right? In time, everybody will be one and it'll be a lovey-dovey family, but like they got to get to know each other. It kind of feels like that. Okay. Now, so on the Bepic website, there's great information on the products. There's great information on YouTube about the products and the resources. There's all these beautiful PDFs. Like we with Lurralife, our products are, if you go to orders and you click on Laura products, you'll see most of our products there that we had. But you still have to get to know Bepic products. So how do you get to know them? You watch the videos, you download the PDFs, you order them, you look for testimonies, become a product of the product. So, Randy Steen, who has the testimony about the Thrive Organic Greens. So he went to Bepic a couple years ago. He's from Lurralife. So I was talking to Randy about the products, and he was like, Lurralife products were really good. He said, but I just think Bepics are better. Well, I was glad to hear that. I'm like, really? Wow. I mean, we had great products and great testimonies. Randy, what makes you think they're better? And then he was telling me his Thrive testimony, and he said that Cardio product, basically, he created more nitric oxide in your body than the greens. It lasts a longer period of time. He was able to take less product, and it do more for him than the Laura Greens. And that's saying something, because those Laura Greens took him from a 90 something percent blockage down to a 12%. Well, now his blockage is only 2% blockage, and he only takes 2 B cardios a day. I think he was taking 6 of the Thrives a day. So he was just ramping and raving about the products, which is a good thing, but you got to get to know them for yourself. Again, YouTube, search there. PDFs are in your back office. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Again, anything that goes wrong, you're gonna have to email them, because I ordered 2 canisters of coffee, and the other day I got Thrive and I got some greens and tea. I'm like, wait a minute, greens and tea? I got plenty of greens and plenty of tea here. I wouldn't order this. What's going on? And I went and I looked at my back office, and I was like, yeah, I ordered coffee. And so I immediately emailed them, sent them pictures. I think Dawn had a problem too. So there's something going on in shipping right there. So I'm like, okay, why did this happen? This is what happened. Why did it happen? How can we make sure this doesn't happen again? So I'm waiting to get the answer back from that on Monday. Let's see what else. So so a lot this could have been done so much better. I think most women are more or better communicators than men. The communication has been very poor. The communication to me has been very poor for years, and we've just been working through it. But communication on this whole merger could have been a lot better. Oh, let me tell you all this. Now, here's the real deal. As far as I know, as far as what I've heard. So when the merger happened, there was money still in people's e-wallets, some people's e-wallets, and money in GPG, like the people were having sent to their bank account. When the merge happened, the funds don't immediately transfer over to the other e-wallet. Why? Because those are numbers. I'm just kind of realizing this after 6 years. Those are numbers that represent what you were due. But the money isn't in any certain place in your e-wallet. The money is in the company's bank account. So there was an agreement between Bepic and Lurralife that we will not take on any of your debts, Lurralife. Your company, we're going to take on your people and merge in. We're not going to take on any of your debts. Well, a Lurralife debt would be money that they owe, commissions that they owe. So when the merge happened, many of us had not been paid yet. That money was in GPG, or the money that was in our Lurralife back office. So you would think that the CEO of the company, and it's okay to say his name, Travis Martin, the CEO, would come and talk to us about that and say, hey guys, this is what's happened. Either the money will be coming later, or I don't have the money, or I'm sorry, there's delays, something, right? You would think it was something, but there was nothing. There has been nothing. I don't think there's going to be anything. He's doing another project now. So basically the money that was there for commissions was not available for people to be paid. And so Be Epic had to make a decision. Oh my goodness, we've just merged. If we don't pay these people now, this money hasn't come to us as a company as Be Epic, but if we don't pay, then they're not going to want to be in this company probably either. What do we do? What do we do? So Lynn Putnam said, well, we had this agreement that we wouldn't take on any of Lurralife's debts, but I think we got to take on some of Lurralife's debts. So for those of you who had money in the e-wallet and you were listening and you were in tune, you had money in the Lurralife e-wallet and you wrote in the email and that got switched over to the Be Epic wallet, as we told you to do, by August the 5th. For those of you, it wasn't really a switching over. It was just that Be Epic took their own money and said, here you go. We know it wasn't done right over there at the end. You all, it was a great company, great products. We did some great things with some great years. Now, what has happened is then Be Epic was basically left holding the bag to pay the commissions that they didn't receive any money for. If you guys got what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying? If you understand, say I understand. So it was not, oh, let's get the money from Lurralife e-wallet and let's switch it over to Be Epic. No, because there really was no money there over in Lurralife e-wallet. I don't know what he did with the money. I heard that it was gone because he ran the company to the ground. But if I say that, that's not necessarily a truth that I know to be truly true. I'm just telling you what I've heard. So I'm not going to go around talking about people if I don't know it to be true. But I just heard this is the fourth company that Travis kind of ran into the ground. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just telling you what I heard. So anyway, I just know that those funds were not paid. So Be Epic didn't have to. They decided to do what they felt was the right thing to pay those for a certain amount of time through August the 5th. So, of course, everybody didn't get the word. Some people aren't in tune. So, their money, they didn't get it. Maybe some of you didn't get it. But yes, it's unfortunate, but it's great that Be Epic has stepped up for the people. Yeah, I'm very glad about that because it felt good because people were starting to get their money. The ones who were in tune and who heard and knew and sent in the emails. But again, that affected South Africa in a bigger way than it ever did people here. But that's just because they were really working and making a lot more money than people in the U.S. In Be Epic, the biggest producing countries are in Europe. Be Epic did $100 million in business in 2020. I think the next year or last year they did about 60 million. So they're doing plenty of business. They've got plenty of money. And there was a rumor that Lurralife was doing better than Be Epic some months ago or last year. No way, no how. So let's see. So what you do when there's been a merger, like you guys got to understand, I'm teaching you all for like 6 years and more how to build a network marketing business. Some of you listen and learn, some haven't. And so there's nothing different to do with Be Epic than you were doing with Lurralife. So to me, it's not, when I say it's not that big of a deal, like the things you got to do to build your business don't change. The compensation may change. Go to your website, print out the compensation PDF, and it's still a binary. Left team, right team, one on your left, one on your right. That's still the same. It's still finding people to talk to, talking to people to find, collecting the decisions. So you know what I'm saying? It's just like people say, oh, well, now what? Now what? Do the same thing that you've been doing. Be Epic had a lot more people making a lot more money than Lurralife, like people making 6 figures a month and the bigger numbers. I don't know if that means their compensation is better. I just know that to be the case. So I know that in the compensation with Be Epic, when you gather customers, you make 50% of the sales of the retail sales amount. Not 50% of the volume, but if they spend $100, you make 50. That's real good, especially because a lot of us are customer gatherers, right? A lot of you are customer gatherers. So now that's more money for you because you're making 50% off of the dollar amount, not the CV. The CV may be 60, even though they're spending 100. So do you want to make 50% of 60 or 50% of 100? So that's good. Um, so print out the PDFs just so you can see there's differences in the percentages. They have more. Remember, we had the 2x2 and 4x4. They got 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, and 5x5. Then they have the mini bonuses with the mini lifestyle bonuses. Just if you just want to get the bonuses from the Be Echo tabs. So even though we may do a compensation training, it's not my job to like teach this to you because we're all learning about it at the same time. So like I'm gonna help you if you want to learn about the compensation, but like the best way to learn about the compensation is to start putting people in and seeing what you get. Print out the compensation and like start making money, right? Start getting filling up that e-wallet. Anybody have any other questions, please? Ask the questions so I can know because I don't want you to say, "Oh, you didn't say this, you didn't say that." I need to know. Oh. Okay, everyone will be happier with Be Epic. Who's this talking? Can somebody tell me who this is talking? Everyone will be happier with Be Epic than you were with Lurralife. It's easier to do, more products to help. We literally have two types of compensation. Is this Randy? Who's this talking? Oh, that's Randy. Okay. You can run a super customer only business or a downline business or both. You can do both the mini and the full bonus money for a total of $1,050 a month every month. Thank you for being here, Randy. Woohoo! Look, so Randy forged the charge. He led the way. God gave him the insight. He said 2 years earlier, I'm going to go over to Be Epic and I'm going to see how things are and I'm going to check it out and I'm going to learn about the products and learn about the compensation, become a product of the product. So then down the road, if ever these people who were with me in Lurralife, if they ever come over, then I will be able to show them the way. That's our story, and we're sticking to it, Randy. Thank you, thank you. But did you hear what he said, guys? He said everyone will be happier with Be Epic than you were with Lurralife. He said it's easier to do. So I asked Randy, thank you, Don. I asked Randy last week. I said, Randy, do you mind doing some trainings with me on like the product and helping the team out? And he said, sure. So we're so appreciative of him for saying yes and caring enough to help us out because that's what we're doing. We're trying to find our way, guys, right? Trying to find our way. But to start finding a way, you got to like get in the game, order your product and become active, right? Try something new. You may want to get your O2 drops and your whatever you used to get, but get something new. Like I'm already getting testimonies. I take the Accelerate, I take the Alleviate, I've been taking the Nutra NRG, the Restore and Sleep, and I've been trying to post about these things to let you all know about it. But I'm trying to get them all. The Elevate is like a clean energy supplement with whole food nutrition, and it has nootropics in it to help improve the brain function. Then there is the Regenerate is the turmeric and the curcumin powder. So that helps with anti-aging, inflammation, and pain. So I've been taking that on the regular. Then the Accelerate is the Restore and Sleep combination. Remember, I put out the post about how I took that sleep and I didn't wake up to go to the bathroom at all. And then the Restore helps with digestion and the microbiome, helps to move the bowels and detox. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking time and letting my body, feel these products. So again, but Randy's been there. He said you'll be happier with Be Epic than you were with Lurralife. It's easier to do. More products to help people. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Randy. Okay. Any other questions does anybody have before I end? So let me see. So, listen, guys, in network marketing, this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to make some extra money on the side or a whole lot of money. But now we're talking as a team about doing smart things with our money. So it's not like, oh, I just want to build a Bepic business and have this to pay me till I'm in my 70s. Maybe, maybe not. Things happen with companies, right? Things happen with companies. But we want to promote wellness because it's the right thing to do, right? Helping people with high blood pressure, low energy, weight loss, detoxifying, blood sugar, eye issues, skin issues. It's the right thing to do to give people the natural answers, okay? So we got the whole wellness component would be epic. But I am big, and you're going to see me change the name of this group because I want you to understand now when you get money, you got to know what to do with it. As network marketers, networkers make a lot of money but still don't have a lot of money because we don't have a portfolio of things like precious metals and like gold and silver. And we talked about sending our soldiers out to make more, to gather more soldiers to make more money, right? Cryptocurrency is big and up and coming. We've got to learn about real projects, not pie in the sky, mean pump and dump things that just are going to go away, but real crypto backed by substance. So these are some of the things that we're going to be teaching as we have our bodies healthy, but then we have to have our bank accounts healthy. And we're going to have more than one way to get them healthy. So we're going to get our bank accounts healthy because, yes, I hope you make a lot of money with Be Epic. But also, you're going to take some of the profits that you make from Be Epic and you're going to buy silver. You're going to buy gold. We got plays for you to show you how to do that. We're going to help you to safely get into the cryptocurrency space. Now, anything that's an investment, there's a risk of loss. You never invest any more than you're willing to lose, but you got to make smart, wise decisions and check things out. But you do need to learn about how to profit from the cryptocurrency space using real world assets, commodities. And someone said, what happened to Shelly Faree and Chip Bernard? Well, Shelly um, didn't quite agree with the corporate higher ups of Lurralife from the beginning. It was a kind of hard working relationship. And she felt unappreciated. So she did what she should have done. Look, let me go somewhere where I am appreciated. And basically what happened, it's a long story, but some communication issues, and she felt like she needed to find a better home for for herself. And they thought company thought she was talking against the product and against the CEO. It was just stuff that happens. It was just, look, God's way of giving her the exit for her next journey. So we can call it that. Okay. So I just talked to Shelly the other day. So Shelly's doing great. Okay. So any other questions? Any other questions? There was an update call the other day from Be Epic. You probably got an email about that. If you've set up your Be Epic site, you should be getting emails. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to this group. If you're on my text group list, stay tuned to that. But I'm telling you guys, for those, if you hear people say, oh, I'm not getting updated, they're probably not in tune. They're not getting on our first of the month calls. They're not getting on the emergency calls. They're not probably attending the Zooms that we have to keep people updated in between time. They're probably not checking their text messages. So all I can do is all I can do. This is what I know. I like to lead by example. I can't make you successful. I can tell you and show you what I do to be successful. I can bring you the opportunities, say this is what I'm using, but your success is not dependent on me. Like, I like to help you to be successful, but you got to look inside of you and find out what's in you that's going to help you to be successful, right? There's always great leadership to follow, but you got to do the work. You got to become the person and you've got to do the work. That's the bottom line. I am very, very clear on my goals. Very, very clear on my goals. I don't need none of y'all or none of anybody above me to try to say, oh, come on, Boomy, do this. Have a bigger goal, have a bigger vision, work hard. No, I got it within me. You have to have it within you. It shouldn't have to be me to say, come on, you can do it. Let's go. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to cheer people on, but I'm saying you have an opportunity just like I have an opportunity. I have no more opportunity with this business or any other business than you have. We both look at it. We one day you're not in, one day you make a decision to get in, and then it's up to you how to monetize it. I'm here. I want you to monetize. I want to help you to monetize, but I can't make you monetize it. I can't make you be the person that you need to be for your success. I can't make you do the personal development. I can't make you make the calls. I can't make you do three ways with me. I've been saying for you, you know what? Put on the phone with people, do three ways. I can't make you do any of that. You've got to make you do it. And it starts really with the internal work for doing that change in yourself from the inside. Don said, Boomy, thank you for always being the example to our team, how to continue to support and or speak well of people no matter how they left or why. This is one of the reasons you're so respected in the industry. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not one to be like, I'm gonna make this video and I'm gonna tell everybody what he did. And yet, no, I don't got time for that energy. I got to keep it positive. I got to keep my energy right. And I keep myself focused in my lane of what I have to do. Right? Do I ever get mad at people? Do I call Randy and say, Randy, I can't believe he did this? Right? Like, really? What's going on with my team? I can't believe he left these people like this. You know, but I might say that in that conversation with him, but I'm not going to blast him out on Facebook. But I felt that, though, you all needed to. Me and Felicia said the same thing. Like, people in South Africa, they need to know the truth because they just think, oh, you know, the money's there, it just needs to be switched over. There's no money there on those e-wallets. There was no money there. Bepic took it upon themselves to say, we're just gonna pay you guys out of our pockets because over there, something happened at the end and it just wasn't done right. He didn't do right, right? He seemed okay for a little while, but at the end was just no communication, just ran away. I said ran away, just did something different. But that's why you want to learn and get the skill set for being able to build and present and recruit and connect and sell. Because when you learn how to do that, like for me, going into Bepic isn't no big deal. I'm doing the same thing. If we just merged yesterday, I'm doing the same thing today that I had to do yesterday. You know what? I'm sharing, I'm connecting, I'm inspiring, I'm recruiting, I'm selling. You know, it's the exact same thing. And it's the same thing. I mean, wellness is the same. And even if it's not wellness, some of you all have heard about how we're, and I'm gonna tell you, give you more information because this group is now going to be the health and wealth bit group, because we're going to be talking about health with Bepic, and we're going to be talking about things of wealth as well. So you saw me with all that wonderful silver. Look, I put that silver in Cass's hands yesterday. I went over her house to help her get some things set up. And she was like, oh my God, Boomy, you're so right. This does make you feel so rich. Guys, real world assets. You got to understand what the value of the dollar is going down. Inflation is going up. Why is Robert Kiyosaki saying silver, gold, and Bitcoin? There's a reason. There's a reason. The man's smarter than a lot of us with finances. He knows some things. The value of the dollar is going down. I just got off the phone with somebody who was doing three-way. She works at the bank. She's like, this dollar ain't worth nothing, right? Inflation, prices are going up. Shrinkflation, the sizes of things are of our food packages and all that, that's getting smaller, but the price is getting higher and the dollar is going down. Just during those times that real money like silver and gold, things that have intrinsic value that God's not making any more of, tends to rise. And then people say, well, how do you make money with silver? Any asset, right, is about buying low and selling higher. Same thing with silver. You're buying it at a great price and you get to sell it at a higher price. Whether you sell it later for yourself or whether you do like me, I'm getting 10 coins a month because I have 5 kids and 5 grandkids. I want one for each child, one for each grandchild, to pass that on to them so they can sell it at an appropriate time and for the money, right? So anyway, so those are some of the things you're going to see us talking about. So we're kind of like broadening our perspective. Yes, we're going to have the most the healthy bodies will be able to stay running after our grandkids and have the energy to go to the fair twice in one day, like I did yesterday, and then be able to because I took my grandkids during the day and I took them in the evening. No, that wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. Then I went back to the fair yesterday. I'm telling y'all, that Elevate was the reason why I took them grandkids, 3 boys, to the fair twice in one day. It was the Elevate. Order that product. So, but yeah, so we're doing all that with our health, but then we're expanding this group into wealth. And the first play we're running is the precious metals. So find out about that from somebody. There's some people that's already in. They may call on you about that. And then I'm going to show you all more about crypto and real world, backed by real world commodities. You got to find out about that: oil, gold, natural gas, aluminum. um I, I've been talking to you all about crypto. It's time to go. 5:53. Okay, I'm about to wind it up. Hmm? Okay, we're about to go down. We're about to go down to live for a casino for my cousin's graduation party. Dawn said, "Do they ship it overnight?" Oh, but the Elevate, I don't think so. But I'm about to go in here and take one so I can make sure I got energy tonight for this party. So, yeah, guys, I just wanted to have this conversation with you. Just make sure you and your team get set up and place your order. Get set up and place your order. And then Randy says, hey, Randy, this coming week, can we do a video together and just give you experience and be epic and some of the products and what, so we can help people feel more comfortable? Please. When should we expect the group name to change? I don't know. I want somebody to create the background, and just where it says Lurralife, just take that off and put like health and wealth big group. But I'll let you know. Um, but that's a small thing for right now. Just keep using Lurralife till we change that in the next week or so. So yeah, guys. So I'm pretty excited. Those are all the things that are going on. If there's anybody who asks you any questions that I did not refer to, just tell them to call me 980-888-2000. If somebody ever says like, "Oh, well, I don't have all the information," call Booty. If there's something that you didn't see in here that you want to know, call me. Like, I'm approachable, right? 980-888-2000. So what do I hope for? I hope for and pray for your success, that you would get clarity on your goals, that you will allow your goals to excite you and inspire you, that you would, in this new time, create some new habits that will give you new results, that you would really focus on your personal development and your leadership so that you can become more, so that you will have more, that you will get even more serious about your health, but in to get even more serious about your wealth, and that you will be open-minded to some of the things that we're going to be talking about. That's very, very exciting as far as wealth building with precious metals and cryptocurrency. And get ready for some of you all who missed my man Cedric Harris dropping them bars last Sunday on the big group team call, because you just haven't been in tune. I do have the recording. Oh, and Dawn, I got to remember to send you that recording from the accountability call. Oh, listen, those of you who haven't been in tune and say you don't know what's going on, every Monday morning at 8 a.m., we have Cass, who does the personal development call with 10 Minutes to Greatness. Then Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. I've been hosting for about 4 weeks, like a morning accountability Zoom, but we were just talking about business building and things to like get your day started and activity types of things. So we do that. Then I come in here at different times and do videos like this. Then there's first of the month team Zoom for the team. So there are lots of ways for you all to stay connected. Then those of you who are part of what we're doing on the wealth side, Monday nights at 8 p.m. We're on the training with Cedric Harris for that. So there's lots of good stuff for you. If you're not in tune, it's just you, because we've got the ecosystem, we got the infrastructure for everybody to stay, connected. Dawn says, I love those calls in the AM Monday through Thursday. So guys, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. I just want to see you all very successful, but there's all levels. Success isn't $1 million. It's not 100,000. Earl Nightingale says success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. The progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So if you know what you want and you're taking steps towards it, then celebrate yourself because, hey, you are on the path to success. So if you need help with your account, call me. If you need help getting registered for Quicksilver, call me. If you need help ordering, call me. And again, as we move into some other things, we like to keep the genealogy, connection going. I mean, I don't need to sponsor 200 people myself, so I don't mind when my team, sometimes I may say, oh, well, do you mind letting so and so sponsor you because you got them and you got me, because there's so many people out here. I mean, I'm talking to so many new people. So, but yeah, if you want to hear some interesting things I'm doing, that we are doing, give me a call and I can make sure you get connected well. Okay. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Got to go to a graduation party. You all have a great evening. And hey, be epic. Bye bye.